Hey there spookies, welcome back to another October video, and today I'm going to be talking about the new Cruel Jaws Blu-ray from Severin Films. Now I already did do a video on this, but I wanted to do a more in-depth review after I've actually been able to sit down and watch all the content on the disc. This is featuring the Jaws 5 slipcover that was limited. On this Blu-ray there's two different cuts, one being the Matai cut, which was actually the cut down version, and the second being the Snyder cut, Bruno Mattei's fake name being William Snyder, so the joke wrote itself. If you know me at all, you know I'm a super fan of this movie. I love it to death, and always will. Yes, it's quite unoriginal, but sometimes it adds to the humor. I don't know, I just love this film. Now let's talk about the Blu-ray, specifically the Matai cut first. As I mentioned earlier, this was a more cut down version, originally being 96, maybe 97 minutes, this cut being only 94 minutes. In terms of quality, this version really shines. The colors are beautiful and it feels real. It just is really well done. The audio is great as well. My only complaint about this cut is during the regatta scene specifically, not only are the scenes cut down, which is kind of a sad factor, but that's not really Severin's fault, but some of the audio changes every now and then. The source for this cut is a print, so this is just probably how the negatives are anymore. But when the audio changes, you get to hear the original score, but that isn't really a bad thing. The Snyder cut is a few minutes longer. The regatta scene is edited way better here with no audio changes, luckily, but I'm not really a fan of the new music Bruno chose for this sequence, specifically when the shark is killing the windsurfers. The music we hear in the trailer actually appears this time around, and that's actually a nice touch. It also appears in the Matai cut, but it's kind of poorly edited at some portions. But in my opinion, it is the better cut of the two. You'll notice a significant change in quality. It's not bad at all. It actually has a nice 80s retro feel with its grainy bits and aged sounding audio. Apparently the source for this cut was a bit different. There's some special features on here. Some good ones. There's a 20-minute featurette with Rebecca McKendry talking about sharksploitation. It's a nice feature. I enjoy hearing her talk. Kind of a shame she doesn't bring up Deep Blood or even the film itself, Cruel Jaws. Given how I know most of the things she mentions there wasn't really anything new to me, other than some of the films I haven't seen and I want to check out. But it's still a very good and entertaining piece to have. The next is an interview with Jay Colligan, who played Tommy in the film. This I found really good and interesting. He shares a lot of stories about the production, and honestly, it's really nice to hear. Kinda good to get some insight about this film. And it's just fun to hear what kind of movie this was to make, and making a movie is always fun, right? One thing I want to add before I give my final thoughts is that the Snyder cut here is listed as the uncut Japanese version. I can't say this is entirely true. The actual Japanese version I have on a bootleg features a longer regatta sequence with a different and, in my opinion, much better score. There's also additional scenes that are not featured. That was a bit disappointing, but it's alright honestly. Overall, the Blu-ray is pretty great, with amazing quality and very interesting features. It makes it well worth it. I can only really recommend this if you've seen this already, or are aware of what you're getting into. I've seen some people buy this blindly and have no idea this existed, and say they were disappointed, but buy it anyway. This is surely something to watch before you die.